Hey guys, back again. So today let's talk about Blacula, which is a first watch, and it was again on Amazon Prime. I can't stress enough how great Amazon Prime is. There are so many horror movies on there that I really am glad that they have on there, really obscure ones. But there's also a lot of blaxploitation, and I really think it's fun because I watched Coffee, which was a really awesome Pam Grier movie, and I never really have seen her blaxploitation films besides Jackie Brown, which was Quentin Tarantino's kind of idea of using that. But and I also watched Foxy Brown as well. But I saw this was on there and I'm like, okay, I gotta see this. And then I was watching a Double Toasted review and they showed clips from Blacula and I'm like, okay, I've gotta watch this. It sounds really fun, really entertaining. And the final verdict for this movie for me was different than watching something like Coffee or Foxy Brown, where the basic plot of this movie is that this guy named Malumade, I think I just butchered his name, the character in the movie, he gets transformed into a vampire after consulting with Count Dracula to stop the slave trade in the late 1700s, 1790, I think. But it doesn't go well, and then Dracula turns him into a vampire and names him Blacula, which the idea of that is really fun and really entertaining. And I just thought that was a fun way to start the movie. And then the movie fast forwards to modern day, whatever year this was. I'm really blanking. I've got it right here. It was 1972. So it was in the 1970s. And that's a cool idea of bringing back. They've done this with other vampire movies, so that's a cool idea of bringing back this specific kind of character, a black Dracula. It's really fun just to see that, and I thought that the ideas of it were fun, but I didn't completely love it. Like, I thought that if I had to rank like those blaxploitation movies I've seen, because I haven't seen that many, I've just started watching them. Coffee, Foxy Brown, and this one, Blacula. This one is probably my least favorite out of the three because this one, while it has some fun ideas, it didn't ever fully like keep me entertained throughout. Like Coffee, I was instantly like entertained and pulled in and really, really enjoyed that. Foxy Brown, less so than Coffee, but it still worked in being a fun time. And I really did like Foxy Brown too, just not as much as Coffee. And this one, like I said, it's a fun time, but it's not as fun as the other two that I mentioned. And you would have thought I would have liked this more because this is a blaxploitation horror movie. Like, I really love exploitation horror, and this one just seemed like it'd be right up my alley. And it's not bad. It's not a bad movie. It's not unentertaining, but it's just not as entertaining as those ones. There's not much that it's weird. It's played straight, but it's supposed to be kind of goofy. It never really felt super fun. I mean, there were fun moments, but it never felt like I was fully like, wow, I'm really interested throughout. I'm trying to find anything else to say about this movie. I will say I did like, without spoiling it, the last like couple minutes were really freaking cool. Like it showed off a really cool effect, and I won't really say what happens because I don't want to spoil the movie for whoever hasn't seen this. But I thought that the ending had a really cool last couple minutes, and it's one of those 70s movies that it's more the ending that I liked as opposed to the movie as a whole. And there are some 70s movies that do that for me, like that movie, like with a snake, where the guy turns into a snake. I thought the last couple minutes were kind of entertaining, but then the rest of the movie, I'm like, this is pretty boring. It reminded me of that because there are some 70s movies where I can watch for the slow burn, and this one I didn't feel that way really. Like I said, it had some fine moments to it, but it just didn't ever fully grip me. Like I thought that it did an all right job at being fun and entertaining, but it's just not one that I for one really enjoyed all the way through. But I thought that the ending was really fun. And again, like I said, a lot of these 70s movies have build up that isn't as interesting, and then they get to the last couple of minutes where it's like really cool. And I thought the ending was really cool. But if I had to say like the movie as a whole, I wasn't fully interested. And like I said, it's not bad, but it's just not one that I'm gonna really go and rewatch immediately. Like it's fine. I thought it was a fine movie. It was fun at times. The ideas I think are more funny than its execution, but the execution is fine. It's just not fully entertaining. So pretty much all I could say about Blacula, but I still had fun with it. So tell me down below what you guys think of Blacula if you've seen it. If not, go check it out on Amazon Prime. Like I said, Amazon Prime is like the best place to watch horror. Amazon Prime and Shudder, because Shudder's on there as well. Great. And Amazon Prime has different horror than Shudder does. There's so many obscure horror movies that are on there that I genuinely am surprised how they can find and obtain. Like I love that, and I love finding a new set of horror movies all the time that are from 70s or 80s. I love watching those from those decades. So it's a great place for that, and a great place for exploitation, because like I said, there's a lot more Pam Grier movies I want to see, but that is, like I said, that's it on my review. I'm really telling you, go check out Amazon Prime. Go check out all these horror movies that they got. So tell me down below what you thought of the movie, and thank you guys for watching.